What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. Wow guys, you crushed the like button on my previous video where I showed you where to get only human purges, and so I'm going to show you the #1 spot to build where you can maximize the number of purges that you are eligible for. And this spot is pretty forgiving. It has a lot of area both east and west of it to continue and expand your build. You're gonna want to be careful on the southern edge as you can run into an avalanche of rocknose. But overall, this is going to be the #1 spot to build to bring the most purges. So the purges that you're going to get at this location include the Sumerian Beast Tamers, the Forgotten Tribe, Sumerian Berserkers, Veneer Hunters, an army of Nordheimers, roaming bandits, relic hunter scouts, and Veneer chieftains. That is a total of 8 different human purges that you're eligible for as long as you start your building or have your building in the block that I'm going to show you in this video. Now, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you get notified when I upload another video. Now, you guys probably remembered the eye chart that I did for you. I'm going to take that away. I'm going to show you all the purges that you're eligible for right here. So all the green boxes, you are eligible for all those purges if you build in this spot. And you may be able to see it already, but I'm going to break it down for you. But before I do that, I want to show you the 2 purges that bring animals that are close to the boundary lines of this location. The closest is going to be the avalanche of rocknose, so you're going to want to stay north of that line. And the next closest is the Yetis, and that's way north. I highly doubt you're going to get anywhere near that building where I'm going to show you to build, but I wanted to put it on there so that you guys knew not to cross that line either. Now, in the previous video, I left it up to you guys to build in these areas and not get into the areas that spawn animals. And I'm going to link that video in the top right hand corner of this video. In case you haven't seen it, you can get over there and watch that video, download these maps from the description, whatever you need. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact area on the map that you have to build in order to do this and where not to cross so that you do not get the avalanche of rocknose. Also, tomorrow, Tuesday, August 25th, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to live stream and I will show you purges to this location, and if you want, I will build in the other locations that I showed on my previous video to show you how small and what areas you can build in to get human purges there. No goals or anything this time, but if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and whack that like button. So if we zoom way in on this map, on the line of 9 and 10 in the square of D, we can see where all these purges converge into one singular spot. Alright guys, so here we are on location, and let me show you where we are on the map. So if we open the map, you can see we are on the line of 9 and 10, and we are in D. If I zoom in here, you can see these are the markers for the corners that you want to make sure you build inside. Now again, you can build east and west here without having to worry about getting other purges that are not human. However, the wall that is behind me, you cannot build past that line without getting into the territory of the avalanche of rocknose. So let me give you guys a really good idea of where you can build back here. So if we come back here, you can see there's this landmark, there's this cave right here. It's almost center line with this square. So if we were to take, say, this point right here, and we were to build off of that, we were to say we're going to build towards it, but 1, 2. If we were to go 1, 2, and 3 foundations away from that, anything inside that area is going to get you human purges and will keep you safe from being in the avalanche of rock nose area. So if you build on this side of that line, you're going to get avalanche of rock nose. You build on this side of the line, you're safe from getting avalanche of rock nose. And then if we travel to the north side, I've got a marker over here where it tells you exactly where the line for the Yetis are, and that's all the way up here. This is the line for the Yetis. So if you drew a straight line east and west, this would be the marker that runs across that line. Now, in between that spot and the Yeti spot, there's a non-buildable area. So you really don't have to worry about the northern area. So again, east and west, if you want to have a humongous base headed that direction, you can do that. You just need to make sure that you are inside this box. And as you can see on my screen in the lower left-hand corner, I have the debug HUD on so that you guys can see the exact coordinates for where I'm at. However, for those of you that are on console, you won't have access to that information. So what you need to do is take a look at the landscape. Use the landscape that I'm showing you to give yourself an idea of how this area looks. What markers, like what land markers are here that you can build off of to know that you're in the area. And another marker, another landmark that you can use is this guy right here. So if we take a look at our wall, okay, just like that, and we look at this marker right here, we know that as long as we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foundations away from that, inside this, we're going to be perfectly good. And all you need to do is be inside this little square. All you need to do is be inside the area that I have walled off there in order to trigger all those different purges. So something that I wanted to make sure I did for you guys was show you this area without anything built in it so that you knew exactly where you were when you got here. So again, here I am on the map, right in that area. Here's the landmark, and this is what this area looks like. It's pretty well treed, it's pretty heavily treed. There's a lot of rocks, there's a lot of shrubs and stumps. And if we run right over here, we'll be able to find our cave. Here's our cave right here. This is the other landmark. So if you build straight this way, right? If we line ourselves up where we're headed north and south, there we go, we're lined up. And we run up here, say to this tree, right? Then we can build inside this area. There's that landmark right there. We could build right inside this area. So anywhere in here, as long as your base is in this area, you are going to trigger all those purges. And you can get all the way up here. Another really good landmark to know about is this ridge line right here. If you build inside this ridge line, you're good. This big rock can be mined. You could just take this rock right out of here and build right on this location right here. Boom. This is a great landmark in case nobody's built. You knock that rock out, start your build from right there. And again, remember, east and west doesn't matter. You can go as far east and west as you want to. You just want to make sure you don't cross that line down here, about 4 or 5 foundations from this landmark right here. You want to make sure you're well inside that, and then build east-west as much as you want. And there you go. You're going to have a ton of purges. And that's all I have for this video, but the fun doesn't have to end here. There's 2 other videos coming up on the screen. You could pick one of those to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. I'd like to give a big shout out to all my YouTube members. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video.